The 6th Copal Day Celebration was held at Hohoe in the Volta region of Ghana, a region that was known for its leading role in cocoa production. The theme for this year was Cocoa, Our Health, Our Wealth. The event was held over 2 days from 30th September to 1st October 2010. On Thursday, 30th September, a team of medical officers from Cocoa Clinic, the health division of Cocoa Board, organized a free health outreach program for the general public at the St. Augustine Catholic Primary School in Hohoe.
Today we are in Hohoe, and as part of the yearly Copal Celebrations, we do a screening for general disease. Especially this year we are considering the non-communicable diseases of hypertension and diabetes. We realize that diabetes and hypertension have taken on increasing public health significance, and it's estimated that by the year 2020, deaths or mortality from non-communicable diseases might supersede those of the communicable diseases, which is not the norm. So it requires that we plan towards it. It requires that we work towards reducing the incidence and the prevalence of these diseases, and then to control them so that mortalities from them will be drastically reduced by the year 2020.
When we all heard about the celebrations, we ran to get here. We have come to listen to what you have got to tell us. If there are any problems, we are here to help you. I will say that we encourage you to go on doing what you're doing, as this is helping us. We are very grateful.
The first room here is catering for the vital signs. When we say the vital signs, we mean checking of the blood pressure and then the weight. We have a doctor here who is also consulting some of the patients with very high BPs. The next room, we are checking blood sugar and then cholesterol. We have the third room for the pharmacy. Anybody who has been identified as having a problem, we have a lot of drugs here that we are giving out to them free of charge. The fourth room, we are doing eye screening. We are checking clients here on the condition of their eyes.
I'm going to see an eye specialist. They're taking care of us here. I have pain in one of my eyes, so I'm going to the doctor to see what he can prescribe for me.
Copal Day Celebrations is a very, very well placed program where we go into the community and educate them about these things. And as we educate them, we also provide the premise, or we provide the opportunity for them to come for the screening. We know that some of the complications of hypertension and diabetes are related to the eye. Some are coming with cataracts, some are coming with itchy eyes, or what we call vernal conjunctivitis or allergic conjunctivitis. Some of them are coming with glaucoma. And when it comes to glaucoma, you realize that some of them have been to other places where they've been told that they have glaucoma, but they haven't accepted the condition. We can see that the population is quite enthusiastic about it. We are also giving the children, we are giving them anti-helminthics, or what we popularly call dewormers. So every child is taking every child of school-going age in this school environment is taking a dewormer, and we believe that that will reduce the worm load and then reduce the incidence of malnutrition and other problems that are related to worm infestation.
day's activities were followed in the evening with a dinner party sponsored by Sidalco Ghana Limited. Cocoa Board showed a video documentary to the public on its efforts to reach its 1 million ton production target. On Friday 1st October, the Hohoi Township was woken to fanfare and brass band music as the Cocoa Board organized health walk got underway, attracting people of all ages. Unfortunately, statistics show that consumption of cocoa-based products in Ghana and other producing countries is very low. It was in view of this and the potential threat by other products that can substitute cocoa as a main ingredient in beverages that the Copal Day was instituted by the Cocoa Producers Alliance to promote local consumption. In Ghana, the government, through the Ghana Cocoa Board, has put in place structures to encourage local consumption of cocoa products. Some of the actions include declaring Valentine's Day as National Cocoa Day, promoting the health benefit of consuming cocoa, and celebrating Copal Day in a grand style every 1st October, a day where cocoa farmers are rewarded for their hard work. The health walk ended with sessions of keep fit exercises. Copal consists of producer countries such as Brazil, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Dominican Republic, Gabon, Ghana, Malaysia, Nigeria, Sao Tome and Togo. A grand derby was put up to climax the 2-day celebrations. The Durbar was attended by senior staff of Cocoa Board, including the Chief Executive, Mr. Anthony Fufie, along with his Deputy Chief Executives, Board Chairman and members, traditional chiefs, government officials, and stakeholders. The special guest of honor was Honorable Alhaji Colin Dauda, Minister for Land and Natural Resources. Also present was the Deputy Regional Minister for the Volta region, Mr. Cyril Neku, and the chairman for the occasion was Tobeke the 12th, Paramount Chief of Hohoi Traditional Area. The Derba started with an opening prayer by Reverend Gabriel A. Mante, after which Mr. Godwin Avanabo, the Master of Ceremony, introduced the chairman for the occasion, Tobeke the 12th.
I count it a privilege to be here with you on this August occasion.
In his speech, Togbe said the choice of Hohoi in the Volta region to celebrate the 6th Copal Day celebration attests that the region has not lost its position as a cocoa producing region. Togbeke also addressed the issue of cocoa smuggling and stated that culprits should be dealt with swiftly and severely. On the idle cocoa warehouses in the region, Togbe had this to say.
Going around the region, one can find cocoa warehouses that have been lying idle for some time now as a result of drop in production. These assets are deteriorating at a faster rate in their idle state. Whilst working on interventions to bring production to appreciable level, may I suggest and appeal that these warehouses could be leased out to recognized groups or institutions in the interim for use to store other agricultural and or other commercial commodities.
There is a road to whatever we set to do.
Mr. Victor Herman Kondobre, Hohoi Municipal Chief Executive, was invited to give brief remarks. In his speech, he expressed his appreciation to Cocoa Board for holding such an important event in Hohoi. He went on further to state that there was a need for Cocoa Board and all the district and municipal assemblies to collaborate in the fight against cocoa smuggling in Ghana.
My belief is that if Cocoa Board and the various assemblies work together hand in hand, we will be able to achieve more than we've been achieving. In line with this, I want to assure the regional manager of the Volta region that the Volta Municipal Assembly is ready to collaborate with them to help improve on the total volume of cocoa that we brought in the Volta region last year. I would want to inform them that after having served as a municipal chief executive for 1 year, I was able to identify the fact that when you go to certain other cocoa producing regions, there are physical projects that you can see Cocoa Board has made or has provided, for example, education facilities, clinics, etc. But in the Volta region, this is missing. I'm sure the provision of such facilities will motivate the people in order to support of their cocoa to better Cocoa Board than they are presently doing.
It is indeed heartwarming that Volta region and Hohoi in particular is today hosting the climax of the celebration of the 2010 Cocoa Producers Alliance, that is Copal Day Celebration.
The Deputy Minister for the Volta region, Mr. Cyril Neku, in his speech expressed his joy to host the 2010 Copal Day Celebrations in Hohoi.
The region is a cocoa growing one and has the prospects and potentials of increasing its output given the desired support. We are therefore grateful for the recognition of our contribution to the output of this all-important export-earning commodity.
Mr. Neku in his speech addressed the issue of cocoa smuggling, which continue to threaten cocoa production in the region, and urged Cocoa Board to critically study the proposal presented by the region to address the issue. He stated that the increase in the cocoa producer price was welcoming news. The Deputy Minister said he was hopeful that this will motivate the farmers to produce more and also curb the issue of smuggling, as the price differentials between Ghana and its neighboring countries have been closed. After the Deputy Minister's speech, the National Best Cocoa Farmer for 2009, Nana Kwame Jehu, was invited to give a short address. In his speech, he encouraged all farmers to adhere to strict agronomic practices which will cause them to enjoy an increased harvest. He thanked His Excellency the President for his support to cocoa farmers by offering them good price for their produce. Nana also applauded Cocoa Board for their support to cocoa farmers through the free mass spraying of cocoa farms, the Cocoa Board Scholarship Scheme for Farmers Ward, free healthcare, housing scheme, and many more.
Doctors adansi ya mayo nyina eyekoko ska na yemu nyina na government abo ya hokase na koko no bana ose na de koko no masmogla na wa woda na odwene ho a na wa dwene yo sen na ya no ejira he na so smogla ni ye bia na tada na na wa ya bia na ye koko abakro kro nwa ekoba biara entine afrida kase ayedi ne hey de me sebi nyan mokuafo no se yamfia gana bai mampena tamas ya ye kuna paso waba ye de koko bo na duro wotuma kase enti yamfia gene mano wonso muaye na koko na yeye hodman wan fanya hunu
To welcome all of you.
Addressing the gathering, Mr. Anthony Fofi, Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, welcomed all to the celebration. He paid tribute to Copal for instituting the Copal Day Celebration. He said the annual celebrations were aimed at encouraging consumption of cocoa in producer countries. Mr. Fofi was pleased to say that the scientific evidence of the nutritional value of consuming raw cocoa has helped with the campaign. The Chief Executive went on to encourage government to include cocoa beverages in the mass school feeding program. This, he said, is because despite the campaign to consume more cocoa locally, statistics show that the average consumption per head is about 0.5 kilograms. Mr. Fofi said Cocoa Board's target is to increase consumption per head to 1 kilogram in the medium term. The Chief Executive went on to outline Cocoa Board's strategy to encourage local consumption.
Cocoa Board will embark on a massive campaign program which will include conferences for researchers to share ideas on the health benefits of cocoa consumption and the inauguration of cocoa drink dispensing joints. We are also developing a promotional song to boost our interest and awareness in this promotional agenda.
On the reason behind the choice of Hohoe as a venue for this year's celebration, Mr. Fufie said it was aimed to acknowledge the role Volta region played in cocoa production in the 70s and use this to re-encourage cocoa farming in the region. The chief executive reminded all that Volta region in the 70s was a major cocoa growing region with an annual output of 20,000 tons. However, due to soil degradation, pest and smuggling, output over the years have fallen to below 1,000 tons per annum.
Due to this, Cocoa Board has established a seed garden at Saviope in addition to the one at Ampeyo to provide interested farmers with improved planting materials. Let us all put our hands on deck to ensure that we revive the once vibrant industry in this region.
On Cocoa Board's target to achieve 1 million ton production, Mr. Fufie said,
"Permit me again to take this opportunity to reassure all present here today that Cocoa Board's commitment to achieve the 1 million tons is on track, and this was re-echoed at our signing ceremony at La Palm in Accra by the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning. I call on all of you, especially those who have abandoned or neglected their cocoa farms, to go back to their farms and rehabilitate them."
The chief executive finally used the forum to caution all farmers against smuggling of cocoa beans across Ghana's border to neighboring countries.
It is indeed a memorable occasion that we are celebrating today.
Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, spoke on behalf of the special guest of honor, His Excellency Professor John Evans Atta Mills. The Honorable Minister stated that government was mindful of the role agriculture plays in alleviating poverty in the rural communities and has identified cocoa as a priority subsector and therefore attaches great importance to it. On Cocoa Extension Services, Honorable Dauda said,
Indeed, research has shown that the weakest link between Ghana's drive to achieve the targeted 1 million tons and current production levels is the lack of cocoa extension services. I am also pleased to disclose that government has voted funds for the rehabilitation of old unproductive cocoa farms. The program farmers to raise seedlings and the application of fertilizer to enhance growth and maturity. The second component involves fertilizer application targeted at high districts and control of mistletoes nationwide.
Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda also stated that the government has directed Cocoa Board to complete work on the implementation of the Cocoa Farmers Pension Scheme as well as providing funding for the Cocoa Farmers Housing Scheme. The Honorable Minister also formally announced the opening of the 2010-11 cocoa season. On payment of bonuses, Honorable Dauda indicated that Cocoa Board must ensure that payment of bonuses is effected before December 2010. The Honorable Minister also addressed the issue of smuggling and hoped that the increased cocoa producer price will translate in reducing smuggling. On the discovery of oil in Ghana, Honorable Collins Dauda had this to say.
Let me assure all of you that government will not learned from the mistakes of our sister countries that have destroyed oil and will never repeat those mistakes in our dear country.
In concluding, the Honorable Minister spoke on the benefit of cocoa and encouraged all to consume more cocoa. Cocoa Board during the Durban made presentations and special awards to deserving cocoa farmers present.
just proper to give thanks.
After the presentations, Mr. T.E.K. Danzo gave the vote of thanks. The curtain for 2010 Copal Day was drawn with a prayer by the Most Reverend Gabriel A.A. Mante. Copal Day, aside being a day set to celebrate the hard work of cocoa farmers, is an important day for all stakeholders. As part of the celebrations, some organizations that facilitate and support the cocoa industry are honored. A special feature of the day celebration was an exhibition mounted by stakeholders in the cocoa industry.
This is the first time they have talked to us. The celebrations here is a very good thing and the honor you have given us, especially the scholarships you give to our children. We know that this will help them to become professionals right back in Copal and our sisters and the village.
Copal wants to achieve 1 million tons in 2012. How can Olam help Copal do that?
Almost about 100,000 tons of Ghana cocoa was smuggled out of the country. So what we have done is to position ourselves to support Ghana Cocoa Board to make sure that this is nipped in the bud. So next week we are presenting some motorbikes to the same area to help the security officers there to combat the smuggling activities which is happening. I think that with our market force all over the cocoa buying centers, we have trained them and all of them are very much aware that whatever we produce in Ghana has to be sold to Ghana Cocoa Board in Ghana and to be exported to generate enough revenue to develop this economy.
The exhibitors use the occasion to publicize their products and services to the farmers, as well as spend time interacting and educating them on good farming practices. The exhibitors this year were drawn from various sectors of the industry. Some of the exhibitors were from cocoa processing companies, agro-chemical companies, suppliers of agro-machineries, finance houses, and suppliers, just to mention a few.
Farmers have been happy because just at the time the Copal Day was coming, they had an increase in their cocoa. So I think it's a lot of impact on them and you see a lot of joy in their faces. What exactly is SEDACO doing with Cocoa Board? SEDACO is trying to help Cocoa Board attain its 1 million tons. And we have a product called SEDACO liquid fertilizer, which gives you a yield of 121%. So we are aiming to support Cocoa Board to achieve its target.
We are the real cocoa farmers. The cocoa we are growing is a good crop. The cocoa farmers are all growing all in our family. I am the youngest cocoa farmer. I have been working on cocoa for the past 2 years and it has really profited me. I make money from it. Now all my children are in school because of the process of cocoa. Cocoa is the only thing I do. I farm and make money to pay school fees. So I advise those who are like my kids, colleagues and elders to get into cocoa farming. There is sweetness in cocoa farming. Anyone who farms will get food on their table. Nobody should be lazy. It is good and I charge everyone to get involved in it. I thank you.
One of them we can pursue to improve upon the production level is to always give the cocoa farmer an attractive price. And as you are aware, 3 days ago, we increased the producer price per bag from 150 to 200 cedis. And therefore,
enough signal for the public to know that we want the cocoa farmers to increase production.